For those without access to shelter, local homeless support groups are trying to persuade the city to allow tents in the city limits temporarily. It's currently illegal right now. Jesse Inman looked into this issue and joins us now after speaking with a local man who is braving the conditions with his wife.
Yeah, Heather, they're out there right now as we speak trying to survive. And many say something as simple as a tent would make that life or death situation much easier. It could happen to anyone.
Me and my wife, we just got back on the street. We've been out here for about 3 weeks.
Steve Lingrell and his wife finally got into a job and housing through the local One Door program.
And then I held the job for a few months, started collecting some money and stuff, and then I had a small stroke and lost my job. The funding ran out at One Door.
That put them back on the streets in the shadows of the city, but this time amidst a pandemic. Christy Love, pastor at Connecting Grounds, is a major advocate for the homeless community. She says many are facing the same problem with fewer options at hand.
We've kind of been hit by a double whammy this year. We've got higher numbers of people that are finding themselves in positions they didn't expect to be in on the streets of Springfield, and bed availability that's been cut in half through COVID.
Because of that, Love, along with other homeless support groups, including the NAACP, wrote a letter to the city of Springfield asking to temporarily allow tents in the city limits. The city says the only way they could grant that request is, quote, to broaden or waive a variety of zoning and other code provisions related directly to tent camping. That is something they are unwilling to do at this time. For now, the city is encouraging more churches to open their doors, something less than 10 churches are currently doing, according to Love. Even so, Lingrell says he and his wife can't get into a shelter as a couple.
There's only one shelter that takes married couples, and it is very hard to get in there. They got a waiting list majorly long. Going anywhere doesn't work unless we can do it together.
And together, they're trying to survive. And Lingrell says something as simple as a tent would make that much easier.
If I'd have to, I'd get on my hands and knees and I would beg like this, because it's more than just saving our lives. That would be a way to improve our lives so we don't have to be where we are. A tent will helps us stay clean long enough so we can go to a job interview and be presentable. It will give us a chance to improve it and climb out of this hole.
The city cited numbers that say shelters have not been filled to capacity on some nights. And Christy Love says that she doesn't expect that to last, as cold weather is here to stay. And she says hundreds more could be on the streets come January when the CDC's eviction moratorium is lifted. So she says the time to act is now.